So, you're getting hooked on iRacing, and whether you're new to the scene or been around a while, there are some must-have apps to help improve your experience. Here are my top 5 apps I think you should be using while playing iRacing. So the first app we'll be using is Trading Paints. Now Trading Paints will allow you to use custom paints for your cars, allow you to see everyone else's custom paints. So you don't have to stick with those same old boring iRacing paints, and you can go as wacky and as wild as you want. There are hundreds of thousands, possibly, of different paints for you to choose from. So to show how this works, we're going to go ahead and pick a paint for the Lamborghini GT3 car. We're going to go with this lovely looking pink Japanese inspired paint job. So all you got to do is pick the paint you want, click raise this paint, confirm, and then it will just spin for a couple of seconds and say now you're racing this paint. Then all you have to do is head over onto iRacing, start up the game, and watch your paint kind of go onto your car. Here we go. Here's our paint now on our car, looking nice and fresh, ready for our next race. If you do have any issues with the paint not showing, all you need to do is just hit Control and R on your keyboard, and it will just quickly refresh the paint, and then it should be fine. And now you are ready to race with your custom paint. So the next app I want to talk about is Crew Chief. Now Crew Chief is a fantastic extension on the iRacing spotter. It is a lot more in depth than the iRacing spotter. There's a hell of a lot more information you can get, and it's compatible with all of these different games as well. The only one I've ever used it for is iRacing, so don't quote me on how good it is for the other games. But first off, you start by selecting what you want your spotter to call you. Obviously I've got mine set for Matt, because that's me. You can adjust the volume of obviously how loud you want it, but going into properties you can see there are hundreds of different options to customize your spotter exactly how you want it. There is loads of different options. There's even like cuss or swear word options for if you're driving badly, which can be quite good when you're having a bad race and you just need a bit of light entertainment and being told off, basically. So all you got to do is download the software. All of the software I'm going to put links to in the about section below. So once you've installed it, you need to download the sound packs. They take a couple of minutes each. It won't take you that long. And then fire her up.
Radio check.
And let's get into a little race. Alright, so we are now in iRacing. First thing you need to do is turn off your spotter inside your settings to make sure you don't get two spotters at once. Unless you fancied twice the information, just to make sure you heard it. But yeah, let's get into it. Just a quick lap and see what sort of information you get.
5 minutes. You'll need to get on with this. P29.
So there we go. As you can see, right at the beginning, it gives you a little bit of information, your starting position, and little words of encouragement.
Hold position behind Hudson in the right column.
So, telling you where you need to be on the restart as well. Also, they use players' names where they can as well instead of their car numbers, so that might make it a little bit easier for you while you're driving.
Okay, Matt, get ready. Green, green, green. Car left.
So as you can tell, it still calls out the flags and the
Hold your line. Left side.
different
Car left.
where the positions
Still
of the cars
there.
are. Sorry, it's very difficult to talk about.
Hold your line. Clear left.
When you come into pit as well, during longer races, it will auto fuel for you to get you enough to whatever you set it at. I always have it 1 lap extra than the
Car
finish.
right. Still there. Right side's clear. Left side. He's still there. Clear left.
He also lets you know kind of when you're starting to get low on fuel, who's pitting around you in the longer races as well. It's
Car left.
definitely an upgrade on
Still there.
the original iRacing spotter,
Still there.
and one that I've
Still there.
always had
Clear
since I
left.
first downloaded it. So there we go, there's 1 lap
On your
with
left.
the crew chief.
Clear left. Okay, Matt. Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. P22.
Right, so app number 3 I want you guys to think about here is RaceLab overlays. Now, RaceLab overlays is a upgrade on the regular black box information you get in iRacing. So you're not basically just stuck with that one singular box. You have all of these different types of overlays that you can have on your screen at any one time. Anything to suit how much information you need, basically. All of it is customizable. There's a free option. Doesn't allow you to customize that much. But I think the pro option is something silly like €3 and allows you to customize as much information as you want. You can have multiple different overlay setups as well that you can turn on and off. You can have it set for different cars, different series, if you want different information for different cars, and it will help improve your experience and the information you get when you're behind the wheel. So let's get it started up and jump into a race so you can see it in action. So here we go, guys. I've got my RaceLab's overlay set up. As you can see in the top left, we've got the standings from shows every position. In the bottom right, we've got our relative box. I've also configured it to show people's safety rating, how much iRating they have, and also shows you how much iRating you'll gain during a race, which obviously you can't see. At the minute, this is a race with AI. Shows you the strength of field, how long time or laps you have left, how much fuel you have left as well. And as you can see, right in the middle, I've got like a radar, so that tells me how much room I have to play with the cars around me. So when you're racing on a single screen, like I am, it gives you the option to be a little bit more aggressive because you know kind of how much room you've got around you, which is obviously very difficult when you're racing on a single screen monitor. We caused an accident there. So let's retire the box. So you see when you head back to the pits, you go back to the main menu, the overlay disappears, and then when you just jump straight back into your car, overlay reappears again like magic. So it doesn't get in the way of anything. When I'm streaming, I also have a chat box in the top right corner as well, so I can see what's going on in the chat during the stream. But like I say, you can configure anything you want in any kind of direction or placement that you want as well. So literally, the world is your oyster when it comes to your overlay. Oh, so you've had a terrible race, and you have struggled to keep up with the guys around you, but you think you're doing well for race pace, and you're wondering where you can improve. Well, the next app, VRS Telemetry, will do exactly that. It will tell you where you can find time and where you can improve. Maybe not to get to the alien pace that some drivers have, but it will help you find those extra few temps to help beat your nearest rival. So let's have a look at how that works. So to install VRS, you need to head over to Virtual Racing School. Just a quick type in Google will bring it up. Once you've logged in, you'll be able to download the software, which will look like this once it's opened. And all it will do, it will just relay all the information back from iRacing to this webpage. And what you can do is bring up your latest session here. So you click view my session, and you'll be able to see your stints. It will show all the information you need about your time on the track, and you can view individual laps by going to this little button here at the bottom of each lap, and that will bring up this page. So it will show you the map of the track, your speed at certain points of the track in relation to the time, the line distance, your throttle percentage, your brake percentage, your steering angle, your clutch and your handbrake. It'll also show you your inputs down here, what gear you're in, and your steering input. And you can play this back in very, very slow detail to really compare. And what you're able to do is put other laps over the top of this to compare the laps together. So when you press play, you'll see the little marker moving around, and you'll see the blue line moving across the telemetry to show you what's going on with your car at certain points. So you'll be able to compare your best laps to your worst laps and be able to see where you can improve on time and hopefully get more consistent and quicker at the same time. So now you've downloaded all these apps and you're thinking, wow, I wish there was a way that I could get all of these apps open at once and without having to click all these different icons and waste those precious seconds that you could be racing. Well, I have an app for you. It's called iRacing Manager, and it basically is a one-stop shop for opening all your iRacing apps at the same time to make sure you don't go into a race and you've forgotten to start your overlays or you've forgotten to turn crew chief on, because nothing's more infuriating than trying to drive around with no spotter. So all you got to do is add all of your programs into here. All you need to do is click add program, find the path, and it will add it as a little segment here. And then when you're ready to go, all you got to do is open up iRacing Manager, press start all, and it will launch every app simultaneously, so you know that you are ready to go when it's time to race. So this isn't necessarily an app, it's just a little bit of bonus content for you. So you have been putting in the hours into iRacing, racing all your fixed setup series, but you want to go into the open series, but you don't have time to start making your own setups. So CoachDave Academy is a fantastic one-stop shop for all of your setups. Now, all you have to do, this is paid, I will put that out there, you do have to pay for these. And rightly so, I think, for the amount of effort that people put into creating these setups. You can get setups available for all of these series in this current season of iRacing. So you've got IMSA, you've got the 24-hour races, VRS, the GT4s, the Formula C or the F3 cars, the Formula D or the F4s, all the Open Series, the SimLab Production Car Challenge, and the Porsche Cups. So those are the most popular kind of series on iRacing, and all you have to do is pay a little $9.99 a month, and you have access to all of the iRacing setups for those series. You get all the data files, all replay files, YouTube on board laps, access to all the track maps, and you will get the new setups every week for that season or for that month that you have paid for. So you're basically getting 4 weeks worth of setups for the cost of $9.99, and you get 10% off coaching sessions. So for that little price, you can have some fantastically fast setups which will help you be a lot more competitive inside the open setup races. But that is all for now. Thank you all for checking out the video. If you've got any suggestions on other apps that we should try, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll hopefully catch you in the next video. So,